Muhan here. We got Genie, Karn, Prodoak, Art, and Kamza. That word actually means potato in Korean, so you guys can get a look into this team right here. Tier 2.
Did have kind of a bit of an average showing last season. They kind of ended around mid-tier of Tier 2. They got like a third and fourth kind of position. Didn't do the best, obviously, not as well as MVP Hot 6 and Monkey Spanner, but they do have the potential. They did represent Korea 2 years ago at the ESWC, so they have a lot of international experience, which is kind of rare in these Korean teams. They don't get to travel out much. I mean, the scene still is very, very small, still growing, but yeah, they did get that opportunity. And now they have Karn, and Karn is also very internationally experienced, a very good Dota player. And he's been in Korea for quite a number of years now as well.
Yeah, he has a ton of experience in Dota. I mean, he played Dota 1 for about a decade. I was talking to him a little bit earlier about that as well. He's very, very experienced. He's a really good carry, and I'm really excited to see how he's going to do with that Muhan team. But now we're getting a look at get-outs. They have Mega Play, Jis, Paco, Garal, and Biak Biak.
Which is actually the sound of a chicken, Biak Biak.
Yes.
That's so interesting. Quite a unique name. Obviously not in that picture of team get-outs, but there she is there. Should be very interesting to see what role she's going to be playing too, because none of us really have any idea coming into this.
Really curious to see. I mean, most of the time when you get girls playing video games, you have them playing the supports, at least for MOBAs, you know, especially for League of Legends. But it doesn't have to be that way. She could be playing the carry role.
No.
We're going to have to see.
Well, we did hear that she's actually pretty good, so you know what? She could be a carry role. She could be a mid player. No one knows for sure, but I'm very excited to see it. And I definitely think girls could make it up there, same as the guys, especially in a MOBA. It's not as intensive as some other games like StarCraft out there, which is generally male-dominated.
I mean, especially in a game like Dota, I mean, every role you can basically carry from, even though there is like a certain role that's like notated like carry, you're not just only going to be carrying from that position. There are many teams that have carries as their support players as well. Just people who carry the team playing whatever role they do. It's not just that carry role. So
yeah, I mean, there's definitely every role is very, very important. And can definitely make plays that will change the game. I mean, great Rubik players can definitely change the game with amazing ulti steals more than anything else. So, yeah, we'll have to wait and see what she's capable of.
Yeah. Speaking of Rubik, we had him steal the Fire Bat, one where he flies in the air and has fire coming out beside him. He was just flying around the jungle. I think the team was pretty far ahead at that point, but pretty funny to watch the hero being played.
Well, yeah, obviously you want to be stealing that last Sue more than anything else, but yeah, you get what you can. And Firefly does have its purpose, and sure, it's great for escaping more than anything else. We'll have to wait and see exactly what these teams are going to be going for in their lineups as well. Karn, definitely the kind of the carry for Team Muhan, and judging from what he's gone last season, he does like he's got some pretty interesting hero choices.
Yeah, I was actually talking to him a little bit before the game started, and he was saying how they might want to go for that silencer pick, actually. They were talking about that, playing that silencer pick in that carry role. If Lycan is banned or they're not able to pick him, they definitely want to pick him up as well.
Right, and actually one hero that Khan, is kind of like Khan's signature hero, is Clinks.
Yeah.
Very interesting hero, very fun hero. A hero we generally never get to see in competitive play. I mean, he's just not at the highest tier, and he's just kind of an unusual hero we see picked, but he can do a lot of damage, and great potential there.
We'll have to see if his team actually lets him pick that hero. That would be pretty interesting.
That would be a lot of fun. And I mean, Karn did come here late, actually. He was a little slow. When we were getting our makeup on in the studio, we found out that he was still in Hongdae, which is about 40-minute train ride away from here. So, he was in a bit of a hurry, and he's still setting up his PC as we speak.
I think that actually might be the delay here.
I'm looking at his computer. He's still setting things up. Everyone's eyes on his screen. So not the best way to debut on your new team, but hopefully they can forgive him in-game once he's got some kills.
I'm sure he's going to do just fine, actually. This guy, very, very strong player. And why don't we talk about a little bit, the studio again. It's pretty packed with people. I mean, every time we do a new season here for KDL, we just get more and more people. It's getting really, really popular here in Korea. Even though League of Legends is still like dominating in the scene, especially in PC bongs, it's like slowly making its way up.
Oh yeah, it's very much a growing scene, and we saw MVP Phoenix go to Seattle for the TI4 qualifiers, and I think that was the biggest step in getting this scene going, getting the scene growing. And I mean, we have seen more and more people come in since then. They may not have done that well in the qualifier, but the fact that they made it there in the Southeast Asian qualifiers online is a huge step in the right direction. And I definitely think it's going to be a positive future here in Korea for Dota.
I mean, something I said like on Sunday, it's that these Korean teams, if you just give them enough time and that really good environment, the infrastructure they have here in Korea is just amazing. They have these team houses. They sit there and they practice all day long, 10, 12 hours a day. They do, meetings and stuff. They talk about picks and bans and things like this. So you give them enough time, and they will become the best in the world. I would not doubt if in TI5, we see a lot of these Korean teams just coming out there and dominating.
Yeah, I'm actually really looking forward to that. And I mean, we already see the infrastructure in China is getting better and better, especially for Dota and League. I mean, both doing so well, both producing such great players, and obviously China dominating TI4 more than anyone else.
Yeah, definitely.
Their teams did some great work there.
I think they had something like 4 teams out of the top 6. Was it something like that?
Something like that, yeah. And they did amazing work. And yeah, I want to see Korea up there as well, but I think they got a couple of years left.
Yeah, they still need more time, but it'll happen. It'll happen. I'm calling it now.
No, I'm a strong believer. Living in Korea, seeing how they train in both StarCraft and League, their infrastructure with their houses and the training. I mean, everything is just it's designed to produce the world's best pro gamers.
They just take it so seriously. It's like it's a real job to them. They get salaries and stuff like this. They have sponsorships for what they do, especially these Tier 1 teams. So they're just going to be in this environment where they have all the time in the world to practice and just do whatever they want involving the game. That's basically their life. And once it becomes that, that's how you become the best at that game.
Absolutely. And we did see a close-up there of Byak Byak, the new female gamer for Team Get Out.
Yeah.
Very, very interesting lineup they have this time. I mean, yeah, as I was saying earlier, they didn't do too well last season. So they brought on some fresh blood. And, I really hope they do a lot better this season. There's a lot of potential there, for sure, especially because they do have that international experience traveling, and they've obviously been around on the scene for longer than most people.
Yeah. Would not be surprised if they come out here today and surprise a lot of people. I mean, you see Muhan, they got Karn as a new carry, but I'm pretty sure that Get Outs is going to be a pretty formidable opponent. They're not just going to come out here and just lay down and get rolled over.
Right.
I don't think it's anything like that. They're changing up their lineup. They're coming in here very, very serious. All of these Tier 2 teams want to get up there to Tier 1, so everybody here is going to be trying super, super hard to get up to that Tier 1.
And obviously, you don't want to be getting to the bottom 2 of Tier 2, because if you get the bottom 2, you're out. Yep. And we saw that last season with Dagon 5 and one other team that I've forgotten already, but they did not play very well. And this is
Gone and Forgotten is that other team.
Dagon 5, I remember.
Tier 2.
Dagon 5 had a great name, so I remember them, and they have some great charismatic players, but they just couldn't get it together. They couldn't get it to work. So it's a shame, and hopefully they try again in the future. They were very young, so. But yeah, you want a good start here in Tier 2. You want to make sure that you've at least solidified top 4 positioning, otherwise you're gone, essentially. Yeah. And no one wants that.
Yeah. Well, we still are having a bit of a delay here. Sorry about that, guys. We'll delay all these games here by this, but I don't know. What do you want to talk about while we got this delay going on, Munglid?
Oh, that's a good question, because we have gone over both teams so far. And, I mean, the only lineup changes we have seen from both teams is Karn for Muhan and Byak Byak for Get Outs. So it's going to, but at the same time, one player can make such a difference for a team. And the perfect example of this is Rave in Tier 1. Last season, they brought in Ninja Boogie, and Ninja Boogie completely changed the team. They started winning all these games that they couldn't simply win before. I mean, they beat Poker Face, they beat MVP, they beat Zephyr. I mean, but it was too late in the end. But it just shows that one player can make all the difference.
Yeah, definitely. I was actually watching them play last night. Just playing and watching Dota all day long to get this cast really good. But they were looking really good, especially with Ninja Boogie. He loves to play that Weaver. I'm not sure exactly what the name of the tournament was called, but it was just 2 games. They played against Arrow.
Arrow, yeah, Arrow Gaming. Yeah, very good Southeast Asian team as well. They always do very well in tournaments. Very, very high levels. So those actually would have been great to play, great to watch, sorry. But like we might actually have the game.
Yeah, we're actually finally getting into this pick ban phase. Let's see what they got here. Okay, already we got a Brewmaster ban and a Doom ban up there for Get Outs, and a Lycan ban here for Muhan.
Okay, and a Viper ban as well from Team Muhan. We have not seen any sort of reaction to Karn on the team, though. Karn definitely favoring Klinks more than anyone else. Who knows if they'll actually get to play him this game, but Getouts is not afraid.
Yeah, not afraid so far, and I believe since Muhan, maybe they know that the first pick is going to Getouts here. They just don't want to leave that Lycan ban open because they were talking about maybe playing that for Karn, but
right.
just don't want to leave it open for that first pick.
No, and we see a Tinker for Getouts and Team Muhan with the Shadow Shaman.
Yeah, Shadow Shaman, just one more pick to go here. See what they decide to do. Looks like Earthshaker.
Getting their supports out of the way early on. Not afraid to show it. I mean, Shadow Shaman, great at pushing more than anything else. Definitely that Mass Serpent Wards does a lot of work. Can also trap heroes in and kind of guarantee a kill. Not to mention he does have Hex and Shackle.
Yeah, both of those heroes, a ton of disables as well, and a ton of team fight. You know, really good stuff in team fights. You got the Blink Dagger in by Earthshaker and a huge ult, and a lot of stuns coming out of him, and a lot of disables coming out of the Shadow Shaman as well. So should be some good team fighting there and some good ganking as well.
Yeah, very, very solid first picks. You don't usually see two supports picked up straight off the bat either, which is kind of interesting. So I kind of feel like going into when they start picking their carries, it's going to be less kind of unorthodox picks that they're not going to be expecting, so they're not too afraid they're going to get banned out.
Well, we got a Razor pick here. Second pick here for Getouts.
Very, very strong pick. You usually see Razor or Tinker in mid, so it's going to be interesting to see. I think the Razor will have to go either safe lane or off lane. Probably safe lane, considering it is Razor.
Yeah, throw him in that safe lane with a bunch of supports. Should be okay.
Yeah, definitely. Klink's getting, sorry, not Klink's, Clockwork getting banned out.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Klink's. Klink's is on my mind because it's Karn, but no, not yet.
Not just yet. Could still happen. There still is a chance. Just waiting on this third ban here out of Team Muhan first. And a Skywrath Mage.
Very interesting. Don't want to deal with that sort of nuking capability.
Yeah. You see, neither of the supports picked here for Getouts, so maybe just want to limit the options there. Try to ban some good supports that are being played a lot these days, especially like Skywrath Mage, one of those guys.
Oh, very, very popular these days. More than definitely come into a lot of into the competitive scene a lot more since TI. I mean, just picked more and more and more. Finally realized how useful these skills are. I mean, Mystic Flare just does the sickest amount of damage. Not to mention Ancient Seal can completely shut down a hero.
Yeah. Here's Just recently played Tinker.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting picks in the last two picks. Crystal Maiden as well as Tinker, so he can do some supporting, can do some mid lane by the looks of things. Generally, a lot of picks are based on heroes. I've noticed, especially in KDL, either like it's more based on what player is more comfortable with which hero than what position, which is kind of an interesting way to look at it. Maybe not like the best way to look at it, because the best way to do things, because obviously you want one player to be in one role, be focused on that role, be used to that role, and, and used to every matchup in that role. But we do see players kind of going all over the place now and then. We saw Death Prophet banned out from Getouts, and Sand King banned out from Team Muhan, so they're still dealing with these support heroes. None have been picked so far from Getouts, so yeah, they're really trying to stay in control of that, trying to get rid of any sort of support they don't want to deal with.
Yeah. Death Prophet ban, Death Prophet very good in that mid lane. Want to limit that out of Team Muhan, or at least Getouts is trying to do that by the ban.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you have a Death Prophet and a Shadow Shaman, you have so much pushing potential so early on.
Yeah.
Once you're level 6, it's time to go. You're going to start dropping towers left and right. Byuk.
Look at these picks out of Byuk. She's actually seeming to be that carry role.
She might very well be. That's so interesting.
Slark, Templar Assassin.
Yeah, definitely more of a safe lane sort of hero picks there. So we'll have to wait and see if she's actually going to be playing that on the Getouts.
Could be.
She could be even on the Razor for all we know.
Could happen. That would be awesome, actually, if she carried. Ooh, and a Bat Rider pickup. Very, very good.
They get the Bat Rider. Kind of letting that one through. I don't know if that was the best idea from Team Getouts. Never really want to let that guy through. And I'm pretty sure we'll see why during the game. Once he's got his Blink Dagger online, once he's level 6 and has Lasso, it's going to get pretty ugly if he finds the picks.
It's just another great initiator on that Team Muhan team.
They have a lot of initiation right now, a lot of lockdown. Actually, ridiculous lockdown at this point. We got Lasso, we got Shackle, we got Fissure. Everything is going Muhan's way.
Yeah. I'm really curious to see what their last two picks are going to be, actually. I want to see how they round up this lineup.
Yeah, well, they still have the carries, kind of the mid lane and the safe lane still out in the open there. So we could still see that silencer. Could still see that Clinks.
Yeah, could happen.
Could happen. Probably won't. We'll have to wait and see. Ooh,
Disruptor.
Nice. Very, very strong. I love this. It's going to help out a little bit, shutting down kind of like the amount of lockdown they have with static field.
You could say it might disrupt their lockdown.
It could. It could very well.
Actually, yeah.
Also, it has great initiation with Glimpse.
Yeah.
Very, very important. You're going to want to, glimpsing the Batrider once he's on his Blink Lasso, putting him right back in the position can help out a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things he can do here. So very, very, very helpful support in this situation.
Yeah. Kind of a reactive pick, I feel, based
Yeah.
on the lineup they were looking at. So.
And I mean, it's kind of a perfect idea to wait until then to really see what Team Wuhan's plan is going to be. And they've shown it pretty, they have so much lockdown, so much pushing potential so far.
Yeah.
Great picking with the Batrider.
Definitely feel like it feels like Get Out's just kind of reacting to all the picks out of Team Wuhan rather than the other way around, just based on the picks that we've seen so far. So
it could be like a lot of confidence coming from Team Wuhan as well.
Yeah.
Showing like this is what we're gonna go. We're not afraid. Ooh, an Invoker.
Invoker pickup here.
All right, so that's their mid. Still waiting on what exactly is going to be the safe lane carry for Team Wuhan.
Who is Karn going to play?
Who is Karn going to play?
They're saving it for that last pick on purpose. Maybe it's an easily counterable hero. They just want to make sure that Get Outs has no idea until the last moment,
Yeah.
We will see Get Outs get that last pick, but it's only one hero to counter this one hero, and they're already going to be picking. They're already going to have this whole different team comp on their mind as well. So it's going to be hard to just counter him with one hero.
Yep, absolutely right. Player Paco.
He said hello to you.
Yeah, he did. He actually has some pretty good English. Nice guy. Nice guy. Mid player by the looks of things.
Yeah. Just one pick there, Storm Spirit.
Might be a bit of a new player to the team as well, actually, considering only has one hero in his history there.
Yeah, could very well be.
Want to definitely take some time with this pick here. Considering what they've seen so far, very, very sort of straight up, very powerful lineup for Team Wuhan. Nothing that's like too counterable. And here we go with their second support pick.
Yeah, we got Lion there.
Yeah. I like this a lot too. It's going to definitely help out. Great nuking potential, great lockdown. Hex and Impale.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely gonna. It's kind of like a team. Both teams gonna bring in a lot of lockdown to the table. Earthshaker, Shadow Shaman, Batrider versus Disruptor, Lion. We'll have to wait and see exactly what the last pick for Get Outs is gonna be as well.
Yeah. We talked about this a little bit on Sunday, how you can basically win or lose the game in the pick and ban phase. I feel like from what we've seen so far, I would give that advantage to Team Wuhan. How do you feel?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely like their lineup a lot more at this point. They do still have, Get Outs definitely has a lot of great potential as well. As long as maybe the Razor can get some farm early on, can kind of snowball, he'd be very, very powerful in the mid game. Tinker, also the same, kind of very, very strong once his Boots of Travel comes online, and he can kind of get around the map, getting a lot of farm in. But if he gets shut down by the looks of things, it will be the Invoker. It could be some pretty problematic.
Yeah. We saw Tidehunter as the last ban here at a Team Wuhan. Just again, getting rid of some of that disruption that Get Outs can do.
Yeah. Absolutely. And that is Clinks. So
Wow.
they ban out Clinks. They don't want to deal with that. So we could very well see that silencer that Karn was talking about.
That is so funny. They're actually saving their last ban here for Karn. They have read this guy.
Oh, Spectre. Okay.
Okay.
Something we don't see that very often, but still a very strong hero. Great safe lane hero. Does need a lot of farm once they get to that Radiance ASAP. And Garo played the Tinker last, so we might be seeing him again on the Tinker.
We saw another guy play Tinker as well last. Not sure how that works out.
It's going to be a bit of infighting for that role. Karn having a great time.
He's like, yeah, I did it. I did it.
It's like everyone's mad at him now. He's like, you came here late, then you choose Spectre. Damn it, Karn.
Why you always got to be like this, Karn?
Always got to be the center of attention, Karn. So what will Get Out's reaction be to this? It's a very, very strong straight-up lineup from Team Wuhan. And it's going to be Darkseer for the off lane. Okay. Very strong here. Great against Spectre early on. Iron Shell doing a lot of work. Makes it a lot harder to kind of get some easy farm in, taking a lot of damage, obviously.
I think that may be the idea here. They definitely want to shut down Karn. I mean, they even banned Clinks for Karn. They're going to try to shut this guy down, and it seems like they're trying to do that with the last pick as well.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be a very interesting game. Best of 1, Tier 2, Muhan versus Getouts.
Yeah, getting the camera view of all the players here before we go in. And it looks like we're going to start that game, guys. Muhan versus Getouts. Let's get into the game. So right from the get-go here, we have a pause. He's like, what's up? What's going on? Why you pause?
A lot of pings going down on the map already. That's what we do at the start of our games, Brendan.
Yeah. That is what we do, actually. When the game's starting, I don't know why. I'm just like so excited to get in. We just spam the back pings.
I just want to annoy people, but
You're that guy, Moonglade.
I'm that guy.
You're that guy.
Yeah. But obviously some sort of computer issues straight off the bat, which is a bit of a shame. But by the looks of things, looked like Dire was going to go straight down mid, maybe invade Radiant jungle, get some warding down, which is very standard. Definitely want to get that pull ward down to stop them from pulling. Keep that lane pushed out.
So it seems like the problem was on Team Muhan's side. Just looking over at Getouts, doesn't seem like there seems to be many referees in there, but a lot of people milling around in that Team Muhan bench. That booth, I guess you can call it.
Yeah, I wonder exactly what the problem is. He's saying it's okay now, so it looks like we get straight back into it.
Yeah. Just waiting again. Team Muhan.
Team Muhan, a little bit problematic here. You see some pings around the map. You guys can't see it at the moment, but seems like teams is kind of taking this chance to do some strategy. Kind of get exactly where they're going. And by the looks of things as well, Team Muhan will not be going for any sort of 5-stack.
Yeah.
Any sort of invade. They're just going to be splitting up, doing the 1-1-3. I think a defensive tri-lane is in order for that Spectre.
Yeah, it's definitely looking that way. And now it seems like we got a bunch of referees in the Getouts booth, so maybe both teams having a bit of problems. Surprisingly, it's not Karn, the guy who got here like...
the guy who got here 5 minutes before we had to begin.
Yeah.
And I mean, yeah, we did kind of have this problem last season as well. There's people run into a lot of problems, because, I mean, you have 3 different teams here and sharing 3 different people on 5 computers each. So it can be a bit of a problem. It looks like the game is resumed finally, so we'll go right back into that.
Here we go.
And we go straight down the mid. Getouts going through a smoke. Engagement.
Yeah. See exactly which direction they try to go.
Looks like they want to go through the Radiant jungle. Oh, even putting down a ward. They're looking for someone really early on here.
Yeah, they want to catch someone out, but it doesn't really look like Muhan is being too, risky here. They're not sending any of their players out too far. They know that this kind of thing is a possibility.
They're playing very defensive. They're leading with the Disruptor here. Might be looking for that glimpse. They're not going to find anyone. They run out of smoke. I think Earthshaker actually spotted them. So they'll have to retreat here. Did see one ward go down. Nope, not warding the pull creeps. Gonna keep that one open. And yeah, Darkseer on the off lane there.
So here's Art. Apparently he has like 17 T's in his name.
Yep.
But I guess we can just call him Art instead of Art.
Art. That's Karn on the Spectre.
Yeah. Spectre looks so cool, by the way. As a new guy to Dota, I look at him and I'm like, wow, this guy is actually a really, really nicely designed hero.
Yeah, he's a lot of fun. Great hero to play. Mega play on the Darkseer. Paco on the Lion, looking for that Invis-rune. Can do a lot of work early as well.
Yeah.
Has that Impale already skilled.
And he's going to go towards that top, so got to be careful up there in that top lane.
Just on the Disruptor.
Yeah. Here he is in the top lane as well. Batrunner up here in the off lane. The Invisible Lion is coming in here.
Yeah,
Batrunner playing very, very safe for now.
Ooh,
and he
in
goes
a bit of trouble here. Oh, taking a lot of damage early. Not going to go down there.
That's got to be so annoying, though. He's going to have to use a lot of his tangos and just get back his health. Doesn't want to use them this early.
Yeah, he's going to have to play very defensive in this lane. A defensive tri-lane like this with a Lion It's going to do a lot of damage.
Yeah. I mean, given the fact that both teams going for this defensive tri-lane, I would still have to give the advantage here to Muhan. Like we said, you know, that Spectre needs a lot of farm.
Oh, this could be big trouble for Mega Play, actually. Fissure goes down.
Really nice Fissure goes down, and he's getting really, really low. A couple more shots should do it.
Oh.
And they get the first blood.
Easiest first blood ever for Gamja.
Yep.
Really nicely played. I mean, those two heroes have so much lockdown, so much kill potential early. Shadow Shaman and Earthshaker.
So good in that defensive tri-lane. You just come over there from the left side, and getting that Fissure is just so key.
Yep.
Already harassed down a little bit by that Shadow Shaman, so very nicely done by both of those players.
We'll have to wait and see exactly what kind of hero, which kind of Invoker we're going to see here. We see Quaz already skilled, so it could just be a Quaz Wex. He's going for that Cyclone EMP. Very, very strong in team fights. They recently nerfed EMP, so it kind of triggers a little bit later, but still does some great work here.
Yeah. Earthshaker coming up here, just trying to keep Darkseer away from those creeps. Seems like he's doing a good job so far.
Oh, and we could definitely see some more potential here. This Tinker is pretty low.
Yeah, about half health right now, and the haste rune on that Shadow Shaman.
There is a ward there. They do know he's there, so all he has to do is be careful. Oh.
And a TP coming in as well. A couple TPs, actually.
Wow, huge reaction to this. And that's all they need. Definitely great play by the Shadow Shaman.
Yep.
Oh, and Mega Play might be in trouble again here.
Yeah, very nice Fissure, but again, Shadow Shaman a bit out of position here. He did go to that mid lane. So
right.
Should be okay.
Should be okay here.
Nice stack here on the creeps already.
Yeah.
Getting that done.
Very, very important for later on, for sure. Definitely important for that Spectre. That Spectre needs a lot of farming before she really becomes a big problem. Byak on the Razor, just farming as is. Doing actually great farming, better than anyone else so far. 17 last hits. Pretty much getting free farm. This Bat Rider cannot really participate in this lane at all.
Yeah, just 2-1 on that Bat Rider. A nice shot here at Byak. Doing a very nice job so far.
The sound of a chicken, if anyone was wondering.
Or I guess it would be a chick. A baby chicken?
Ah. Yeah, that's kind of a cool name, actually. I can remember that name straight from the moment I heard it. And that's important in a name.
Yeah, it is. Kind of like Moonglade.
I don't know if anyone really remembers Moonglade. I actually think I made a mistake with that name.
Do you really?
I should have stayed with Dead Rock, my first name.
I like Moonglade a lot better, actually.
Well, all right then. Thank you very much. Wow, looks like actually the Darkseer has banded off lane already. Moving into the jungle very early on. Can pretty much get no farm with the Shadow Shaman and Earthshaker in that lane. It's just simply not going to happen.
It's like way too hard. We got an Invis rune down here at the bottom again. It looks like Shadow Shaman's going to be able to pick that up, and it's going to force Tinker to play so careful.
Yeah, it's going to be a huge problem. Gamja definitely going to look for that. Tinker already kind of hiding behind that tower there. I have to wait and see if he's going to go out too far. Some great stacking and killing with Iron Shell.
Bat Rider up here. He's only gotten one creep kill since the last time we took a look at him.
Genie having a horrible time in that lane. And not surprising, to be honest. Also kind of having a really hard time. He's going to have to catch up by kind of rotating to the jungle at some point and start fireflying a bunch of creeps. Which is exactly probably what that stack is for. Kind of to make up for the hard time in off lane he's having.
Well, nice March of the Machines here out of that Tinker, trying to push that lane. See where he wants to go. Looks like he just wants to pick something off that courier.
Bottle crowing. That bottle. Refilling it at the fountain. Bringing it back. Definitely important to stay in lane. Sustain in lane as well. Especially against someone like Invoker who's going to be trading a lot of hits. Spectre getting some pretty decent farm here as well. Yeah. Essentially free farm, so there's no excuse not to be having good farm at this point.
Very nicely done, actually catching a bit up here to Razor. I think when that double TP happened, Razor going one-on-one against Bat Rider, not the easiest time, so maybe he lost a little bit of farm there at the top.
Yeah. Bit of harass from the Invoker as well.
Nice deny there. Invoker now leading the charts. Courier coming in, Magic Stick.
It's like it's kind of a slow start to this game as well. Not too aggressive which, compared to what we saw on Sunday especially. We saw some very aggressive early game.
Yeah.
mean, Karn kind of playing a hero that's designed for the late game more than anything else, so it's going to take a while for him to come online. Once he's level 6, he can be global with Horn, but still, it'll take a while before he gets that relic, and he really starts to do a lot of damage. DD room on Art, but I don't think he's going to make much of use of it.
Yeah, Earthshaker with DD rune, not the best. Well, we got Batrider coming towards the mid lane.
Yeah, it kind of looks like he's finally making that rotation to jungle. It's time to start to catch up on farm here because he has had a horrible time. Only 8 last hits in that lane. He did what he can, but it's just simply too hard, especially when someone's constantly pulling, constantly keeping the lane near their tower. So he has to really take a risk if he wants to get any sort of creep kills.
Yeah. And he's going to get to work on that jungle stack there, getting a lot of gold there. Meanwhile, Spectre again just sitting here farming. Pretty unharassed. I mean, defensive tri-lane is going to be very, very hard to do so.
Yeah, I mean, look how greedy this Spectre is. He's only got a Quelling Blade at this point. He has no other items. Saved up to 2,200 already. So he's well on his way to his relic. Wow, look at that stack. That's definitely going to help out a lot. Obviously, the Batrider really needs to get his Blink Dagger online very, very early on to start picking off heroes.
Yeah.
And this is going to give him a great deal.
God.
Yeah, it's actually the funnest hero.
So much money here.
And, you know, I mean, this is why he's banned a lot of the time, because he is so good at farming. He is so good at initiating later on in the game. Nice fissure there.
Yeah, so catches all 3. It's going to delay this push a little bit.
Gamja helping out a little bit, getting some levels, which is very important as well. He really needs to get level 6. Needs that Master Serpent Ward so they can start pushing towers as well.
Yeah. Right now at level 4, it seems like Disruptor having the hardest time so far of getting his level 4. Still down there at level 3. And a quick Midas here out of Invoker, so we're going to see him farm up a lot as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Another Invis Rune. I swear this is like the 3rd or 4th one.
Yeah, there's been so many so far. Probably not the most useful on a Tinker compared to the support heroes, but better he has it than the other team.
He's going to be able to refill that bottle as well with that rune, so pretty good. By the way, I hope you guys, the background music is not that bad. We did tell all the producers here to get that better, so if it's still not okay, you know, you can always tweet at us again, and we can try to get that fixed for you guys.
Yep, absolutely. About 740 more gold, and that relic will be purchased for the Spectre. So doing some great work here. Getting complete free farm. And I mean, only having a Quelling Blade at this point, there's a lot of confidence there. Obviously, they completely dominated the lane. The offlane had to rotate up. So, yeah, looking really good for Khan at this point, and for Muhan. Megaplay kind of coming back into lane now that he's level 5, has level 3 Iron Shell. Hoping to maybe slow down Karn at least a little bit here. You never want to get Spectre free farm like this.
Yeah, and that seems exactly what he's trying to do here. Puts down that Ion Shell. Just going to try to stop it. I feel like he might have a better time than a Batrider would against this defensive tri-lane up here of stopping a guy from farming. So
yeah, it is.
Darkseer a good hero for that. That's why they picked him last.
I mean, Earthshaker also will want to get at least a little bit of farm. So he can get the Blink Dagger later on in the game. Helps out a great deal, especially with initiating. But Fissure, very long range, so not as essential as the Batrider.
Yeah. We see that Earthshaker up to about 1k gold now. Gets another creep there, pretty nicely done. Like you said, wants that Blink Dagger as soon as possible.
Yeah, absolutely.
Still no items for Karn. He's got 3.5k gold.
And he's getting very, very close to that relic. Oh, his top tower might actually go down. You do see a defensive fissure go off again. Plasma shield goes
They
off.
go for a defense. It doesn't look like they will.
Looks like we saw a glimpse there, but it didn't really do anything. Tower is almost down.
Mechanism picked up on that Razor.
Yeah, very early Mechanism. 10-minute mech. So he's doing she's had a great farm. Byuk doing very well for her team so far.
Very interesting there. Get out lets that tower get into deny range. So just bring two heroes up there, and they do get the deny on that tower. That's going to hurt the farm of all of the get outs heroes.
Yep, absolutely. A lot harder to keep that keep the lane up there if the tower is gone, kind of resetting the push.
See this Lion on the move, as well as that Disruptor. Let's see where they're trying to go here.
Man, it's been such a passive game so far. 11 minutes in, only 1 kill. We did see that early on, thanks to the Earthshaker. Doing some great work with Gamja.
Yeah.
And finally, Khan getting kind of pushed it back by the Iron Shell, but there's the Sacred Relic. So well on his way to Radiance.
Oh, he's got to be really close here. It
Whoa.
gets super low.
Huge engagement there. Plasma Field doing so much damage. Wow, Khan got to get out of there. Luckily, he already has his Relic though. Oh, he has his Relic, so he can't afford to die at this point. Doesn't want to, obviously. It looks like they're going to be pushing another tower. Now that top one's down, definitely taking a leaf out of the TI book. A lot of aggression early on, a lot of pushing early on. Getting that advantage through tower kills more than anything else.
Yeah.
But we do see Blink Dagger online for the Bad Rider. So we can see some lassos into the tower.
They've got to be so careful. They're getting pretty low here by all these fissures coming out. They do have Disruptor here as well, so they do have the 4-3 engagement. Well, we got Invoker on the way here as well. Looking to possibly join this fight. We see the Bat Rider coming in to blink in, and he gets the lasso, coming back, and here's that Earthshaker coming in, trying to get the stun, but already Biak goes down. Ton of damage coming out here. Megaplay getting low as well. He goes down. The ult coming out of Earthshaker. A third member goes down. A fourth member goes down. And they go 4-0 here.
Wow, complete shutdown. Great Sunstrike onto Biak. Completely shutting down the Razor before Mech could even go off, which is such an essential thing in that team fight. There was simply no HP, no healing whatsoever, and the team just fell apart completely from there. And that's a 5-0 plus a bottom tier 1. Muhan playing so well right now.
That was just like a perfect engagement almost. They just got everything done almost perfectly. They got the blink in there.
Biak with the deny though, but got to be careful of these Mass Serpent Woods.
Yes, they
already
do.
Pretty low. Might want to use that mech. There we go.
Uses that mech. Going to try to farm up that lane now.
Radiant's middle tower is
Going to reset that lane. Very nicely played from Genie. It was a really great initiation there. Really helped out with the fissure as well. Kind of stopping everyone in their tracks, giving him time to get up there and blink. No force stop just yet on the Bat Rider, which is the next step to that great initiation. Yeah,
you can kind of see what they're trying to go for here in the team fights with that initiation alone. I mean, they don't all have the items yet, but like the lasso out of Bat Rider lasts long enough for Earthshaker to get in position and get that really nice fissure off. So
that's right.
Saw it done there.
Yeah, really, really nicely done here. And great Sunstrike as well from Pro Doak.
Yeah.
And he's going straight into Necronomicon. So he's definitely has a lot of pushing power at this point. Not level 3 just yet, but when he gets there, yeah, he's going to have great team fight ability. I mean, he's already got great Sunstrike level.
Yeah. So far, Invoker with the most gold here. Spectre at second. Getting a ton of gold online here for Muhan already. I mean, that team fight was so key, so fast. I mean, they're getting a huge advantage by this. And now they're setting up a smoke gank here, going towards that mid.
Yeah, they're looking for something. Bat Rider leading the way. Wants to do that blink. Firefly.
And there he goes.
Oh.
Does do the blink, but no lasso.
Wow. Stay out on lasso there. Oh, almost through a fissure.
Hex coming in here onto Earthshaker. He does get a very nice fissure. One guy goes down. Spectre uses the ult as well. Sunstrike isn't going to hit anything, but they're just cleaning up, man.
Yeah, this is actually getting really one-sided here. 9-0. 4 more go down. Darks here might go down as well. Mega play in huge trouble. Gets out of there.
Yeah.
And wow. Muhan definitely taking control here. Definitely showing their experience and their great team fight. And there we go. Mass Serpent once again. Tier 1 of mid. Going to go down for free, essentially, after that team fight.
Yeah, and Karn's already got the recipe for Radiance on the way here, so he's going to have that super early, 15 minutes.
Yep, Radiance before boots. I love it. That is so greed, but it works so well.
Yeah.
You see an Invis Rune bottom, which can help out someone a lot in ganking, but looks like they might just give it to the Invoker.
Yeah. Another Invis Rune here. I think that's the 5th one we've had this game, actually.
Yeah, there's been a lot of them. And I like it, actually. Invis Rune's a lot of fun. Level 3 Necronomicon online as well. Team fight got a whole lot better. Pushing got a whole lot better.
Yeah.
Plasma Field. Clearing those creeps.
Do have Invokers stealthed up here. Did get that rune.
Yep. Does have Cold Snap skilled at the moment, so can kind of go for a gank. Definitely kind of guaranteed kill on just about anyone at this moment in time if he gets them one-on-one.
Bad Rider just coming to the top, going to try to farm that up here.
Yep, very close to his 4-star, not far away at all.
TP coming in here, bot. Out of Spectre, going to hold that tower and get some even more farm.
Yep. In a very good position at this moment. Radiance and Boots. Very early on. It would have been around the 15-minute mark. So, yeah, he's had free farm plus all these kills. Definitely helped out a lot.
Disruptor, I think he's still not level 6, actually, the last time we saw him. So he's got to get level 6 here. Get that ult in for these team fights.
See a couple of smokes being purchased. They might be making their move finally.
Well, they got to do something. You know, they're so far behind. They have to get an unfair advantage here. They have to try to catch someone else maybe and get a streak here, get a lot of gold.
Yeah, they're really falling behind fast at this point. They have to start picking up. This Tinker hasn't really done much for anyone so far. He hasn't really had that farm that he needs to, and he hasn't really had that much map presence. And we see the Tier 1 top getting pushed by Mass Serpent Woods, and I think they're just going to let it go. Whoa.
It's going to be hard line coming in here. He's trying to get down Karn. Do you see that Disruptor coming in as well? And Karn gets really low.
Wow.
Not able to pick up Paco there. Sunstrike comes in. It's not even close.
Just
so
whiffs.
They do catch their first kill there on Karn.
Yep. They shut down the most important person, but at the same time, they let top Tier 1 go. So a bit of a trade there.
Yeah. Let's see if Muhan tries to come in here for the defense or if they just push that top tower.
By the looks of things, they might even just push the top. We do see one TP down, and it is Bat Rider. So, looks like we're going to see the initiation.
Blink comes in, lasso onto Darkseer here, and the Earthshaker follow-up here. Nice fissure comes down, and they get the kill there onto Darkseer. But Earthshaker goes down for it.
Earthshaker does. Oh, Ether Shock finishes off Disruptor top.
Yeah, and now they got to back off. They know that the defense has been on and don't want to lose any more lives now.
No. Great, kind of a great engagement there. You do see Treads finally on Khan and Dagon being picked up by the Tinker. So a lot more nuke potential coming out of the Tinker as well. Looks like they're going to push this lane up again. Nice defense there at the very least. I mean, they defended the bottom Tier 1. And 4-staff on the line for the Bat Rider. So his ganking just got a whole lot better.
Yeah, purchases a smoke as well. I mean, the last time they smoked to force the second team fight there, that led to a lot more kills for Muhan, so not a bad idea. With a lot of these heroes that Muhan has picked up, if you are able to get in close with a lot of your heroes, you will have a very good team fight, so it's what they're trying to do here.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they're doing some great work here, and we're definitely going to see another engagement very soon here. Genie looking for that blink lasso. 15 seconds left on it though, so you might want to wait a little bit.
Yeah, Vision goes down. Trying to come in here. A nice Sunstrike follow-up. Does a lot of damage to Tinker, but the follow-up onto Earthshaker, he's got to be really careful. He's in that ult.
Yeah, he's in a horrible position there. And down he goes. Bat Rider's still looking for something, but they're not going to make it work. But at the same time, Garrel TP's in into Mass Serpent Wards. Goes down completely. Necronomicon minions chasing the Razor.
Big mistake there. I mean, I understand he's trying to defend that tower, but not into those two heroes. And now Karn is on the chase here onto Jis, and he kills him instantly. He is just so farmed at this point.
And this tower is going down. Another tower kill. Only 2 left. Only 2 Tier 2s left. So Muhan in complete control here. Their farm is far beyond anything Get Outs has. Yeah. Invoker, Spectre, and Bat Rider all leading the way. Over 10,000 gold, 7,500 experience.
It's just kind of getting out of hand at this point. We're seeing Earthshaker farm up as well. He's already up to 1,400. It seems he's getting really close to that Blink Dagger as well. So could see that team fight get even better once he gets that. He's just chilling up here in that top lane. I feel like a couple of engagements that he did do, he was a little bit too far forward and he got picked off. But I think he wants to farm up that Blink Dagger now.
Karn.
Farming with his Radiance.
Farming with Radiance, very dangerously. You see a Blink Dagger on the Invoker, actually. Something we don't see that often. Should make for kind of some interesting initiations as well. I mean, he does have he's kind of been going Sunstrike so far, but we can see him go Cold Snap as well as his Necronomicon minions are always going to do a lot of damage.
Seeing the Smoke Gang come out here. There's 3 members. You got Darkseer in there as well.
Genie. Staying at the back here, looking to do that Blink Lasso 4 stuff. Biak kind of being the bait at this point.
Yeah, he's trying to bait this out, but that's some dangerous bait when you got this much initiation on this team of Muhan.
Oh, we see the fissure. Biak. They're looking for it. Biak's like, come on, come get me. But I think Muhan may have caught onto this. You see March of the Machines go out, which kind of give him a fair idea of exactly what's going on. I don't know if Genie really wants to try that. Obviously cannot blink once he's been hit by March of the Machines.
Takes a lot of damage, but he does get that earn.
Looks like Get Outs are just going to move back, rotate to different lanes here. They've simply, it's been found out, essentially. Yeah. They can't do it. I mean, while this is all happening, Karn is in a different lane, farming up freely.
That's the worst thing, actually. I mean, even more so than the fact that never worked out, but you got Spectre farming this entire time.
Yeah, exactly. It's like they kind of rotated middle. Maybe they were looking for Khan, but Khan has moved on at this point.
He was middle farming for so long, and now he's got the haste rune. He's going to farm top now.
He's in a commanding position at this moment.
Looks like he's got an item towards his way as well, that courier. Got that Yasha.
Yep. Definitely adding a lot of move speed there. Going to help out a lot when chasing down enemies. But Get Outs looking for Khan here. They were trying to rotate top. But Khan moves back, so it looks like they give it up.
Yeah.
Get Outs
too smart.
Yeah, Get Outs just not really finding anything at this point. They're trying, but Muhan are just too experienced in this kind of situations. They just know exactly what's going on. Playing a very passive game when they need to. Genie also looking for another initiation here.
Yeah. Like I said in the ban pick phase, I mean, it definitely seemed like, well, hold that thought. Coming in here, a huge meteor. That guy gets taken down immediately. And the follow-up here out of Spectre. Nice stun there out of that guy over there. That Lion, sorry. And he goes down eventually. And a huge ult coming out of him. Earthshaker, and they all go down except Tanker. Just a little bit too late to the fight.
Huge initiation there from the Earthshaker. Huge blink in. So much damage done. The rest of the team just falls completely. And yeah, I mean, Get Out's just not finding anything at this point. Muhan in complete control, 17-3.
Yeah.
This is a big problem here.
Way, way far ahead. I mean, what I was going to say before that fight started was that, you know, we've seen what is happening out of this team composition of Muhan. They're making it work, but I just haven't seen the idea out of Get Outs. It just seemed like they were being a little bit too reactive in their picks. They didn't really have a strategy, just trying to counter what Muhan was doing, and it's just not working out, to be pretty honest here. Yeah,
I mean, we have not seen much from Tinker at all. We've seen other games where Tinker has kind of changed the way the game has gone, just with the map control he has, with the boot to travel, constant farming, and I mean, he has Dagon, he has damage potential. I mean, with rockets, with laser, with Dagon, resetting and doing it again, I can kill a hero so quickly, but we just have not seen that at all from Tinker. Every single time Muhan has kind of had the drop on them, they've done the damage they needed to do, they've shut down who they needed to shut down, and nothing's been done at all. We didn't even see a pretty good glimpse, but they just didn't have a follow-up for it because Muhan was already on top of them.
It's the initiation, man. They just jump in there, and there's so much stuff to just disable so many of these players on Get Out. So we see the gap rising to above 15,000 here for both gold and XP.
It's getting worse and worse at this point. They really have to find something soon. I mean, and it feels like they just don't have the heroes that are going to go into the late game and really make that much of a difference. Razor, I mean, can be strong if it's kind of snowballing, if he's had the kills, the decent farm, but without that, it's just it's not the strongest hero at all. And I mean, Spectre has had free farm, free kills, only died once, but it's just exactly what they don't want. And for the late game, it's going to be even harder. We do see, Chaotic Meteor, great lasso, an easy pick off there. Genie goes down for free.
Just literally, they got everything. They got the fissure behind it as well. I mean, nothing is going right for this team right now. Getting caught out there in the forest. Yeah. Get a second Tier 2 tower there. Karn just waiting.
Waiting for that horn.
Yeah.
Looks like they're going to push on the high ground here. I mean, no Tinker to kind of stop this push at all. Oh, huge engagement there. Cyclone goes down. Fissure. Oh, Ether Shock. Everyone is going down at this point. Biak is left, but she goes down.
I mean, there was a nice vacuum in there for Get Outs, but that was about it. And I would not be surprised actually to see some GGs coming out of this. They're going to get this Tier 3 tower. We do see the defense coming on here, but...
Yeah, that is some huge damage here. I mean, this Tier 3 is going to go down. These racks is going to go down at this point. Tinker is back, but I don't know if Tinker really has enough to stop this. Batrider looking for him. Blinks in. I don't know. We didn't get a straight-up view. Doesn't look like it. Ooh, yeah. Finger of Death. Glimpse comes back. They might actually get the Batrider. They do.
A little thing here. We do see Earthshaker getting extremely low as well. Laser coming out of Tinker.
Rexes are gone.
Ooh. Oh, and he gets
taken out
there by the Rockets.
Nicely done. A little bit of payback there, but still, they've lost top racks already. It's 26 minutes in. They've lost top racks. They've lost every Tier 2 tower. And from here on, it's essentially just Muhan pushing top, pushing a high ground. And I mean, Karn has so much farm here. He's got Manta now. He's got so much damage potential at this point.
So we do see Tinker here pushing at the bottom. Does that very, very well. I mean, they're trying to get another tower here. They have got 2 of the Tier 1 towers, but still that bottom tower is just not going down. They've tried so many different times. And
Bottom tower is being attacked.
Yeah, it's just not happening at this point. Drums on the Earthshaker as well. He has had some pretty decent farm from all these team fights. Always kind of blinking at the right time and just doing the damage he needs to do to shut the rest of the team down. So we see 4 members of Get Outs going bot. Looks like they might be actually looking for this this Earthshaker here. And
looks like they will be able to get it. They do get the Impale on the follow-up here at a Razor. Ton of damage coming out, so Earthshaker does get caught out again, but Batrider is on the chase here. Firefly, and he does have a lot of movement. Could possibly blink in and try to grab someone.
Yeah. Get Out's getting out of there, though.
Yeah.
Tinker kind of helping the way. Marching Machines, Homing Rockets. Looks like they're going to take that kill for free.
Do see an Arger on here. Very nice Impale coming down, actually. Getting pretty low here is that Invoker, and he does come down. Razor with the follow-up. A ton of damage coming out of here, actually. The wards do go down in a nice Hex, and he tries to shackle him, but Razor is doing a ton of damage. Karn does come in here, and he does have the follow-up here, and they do take out Mega Play.
Yep. Mega Play just going down. Just going down to the Mass Serpent wards here, and get out of there just in time. Karn just has so much farm at this point, so much damage that I don't know if they can actually fight him in a team fight. They're going to have to start picking off constantly and kind of avoiding the big team fights to really get anything done. We do see BKB for the for Byuk Byuk, which is going to help out a lot.
Yeah,
definitely to deal with the lockdown more than anything else.
Got a Dagon on that Tinker. Maybe just trying to, burst down Karn, possibly. Burst down just one hero as fast as possible. Try to get that advantage. Try to go 5-4 before they even get the engagement.
Yeah, definitely.
I think that would be pretty key, From the team fights we've seen so far, that Earthshaker, Shadow Shaman combo is just way too much. Especially with Batrider in the mix as well.
Batrider with BKB also, so his initiation's getting even better. He's kind of got all the tools he needs to grab someone, take him to his team, and just shut him down completely. With the magic immune, it's just that much harder to kind of stop him. No glimpse is going to help you. No stun. No hex.
Yep. Karn's still farming it up, non-stop farm the entire day.
We actually haven't seen any attempts on Roshan this entire game either, which is kind of interesting, but I guess Muhan never really needed it. They've had like such great fights already, every single time. Just kind of scouting. Oh, and there's that lasso.
Yeah, it gets the lasso and a nice force staff. But where are the other members here of Muhan? Doesn't seem to be many people. But he does have that BKB, so he wasn't able to be locked down.
Yeah. 1v5 there. Probably couldn't have made it work. And I mean, they're constantly scouting Roshan now. Get Outs is afraid that they're going to try for it. While this is all happening, Karn is still farming top, farming jungle, doing what he can. Rest of Muhan just keeping the Get Outs busy.
Yeah. Just delaying more and more and more, getting Karn more and more farm. And even some of these other heroes more and more farm. But Karn, again, just up here in the top jungle, the dire jungle, just getting a ton of these creeps. Going around in a circle, basically. Do you see that Invoker and Spectre up there at the top there? Around 17,000 gold so far farmed.
Yeah, absolutely. They're They've had so much farm at this point. They won both their lanes, and they've been winning just about every team fight. That yeah, Invoker and Spectre are just so far ahead. It's ridiculous. Yuck, the carry for Team Get Out is only a 10k, almost half of what the Invoker has. And it looks like they're pushing top again. They're pushing, high ground.
Bottom tower is being attacked.
Mid lane taking a lot of damage.
These guys just kind of posturing, kind of waiting. It seems like a couple of those guys down there, Invoker and Shadow Shaman, will try to take down this Roshan. They do have the Serpent Wards coming in, so a ton of damage coming out.
Yeah, looks like they'll finally get that Roshan. Protoak looks like he will be the one getting the Aegis at this point. Oh, see a fissure go down.
Yeah, Big Ult comes in there, a lasso onto Jis as well. Disruptor goes down very, very fast. Karn in the mix, they're doing a ton of damage to people. Razor's trying to do stuff in here with this BKB. Does seem to get a couple of kills there.
Karn goes down. Finger of Death finishes him off. Invoker finally picks up that Aegis, deals with Roshan. So they win the team fight. 3 go down, as well as Roshan. 4 Karn, the Spectre. So a pretty damn good trade, in my opinion. And I think they'll start pushing the tier 3.
Yeah. Would not be surprised. I mean, they didn't even have their entire team there the whole time, and they were still able to take that fight. Now we got an Invoker with the Aegis. We got Karn getting more and more farmed.
Yep.
Trying to get that heart.
Invoker also has Scythe of Ice, which is even more locked down for this team. If there wasn't enough already, it's actually getting insane. So much damage from that Invoker, so much farm. And he's constantly pushing the bottom lane and the mid lane. And Get Out's just completely on the defensive at this point, 27-9. And looking at this net worth, I mean, it's hard to think how they're going to make a comeback at this point. Even Aghanim's Scepter on the Shadow Shaman. That's how much farm we have.
Yeah. Those wards, man, they're going to be so strong.
And Heart of Tarask on the Spectre. Khan, with his farm, has just become so much more tankier for these fights.
Yeah. I mean, we talked about this before the match even started. This guy is such a good farmer, such a good carry for any team that he's on. And coming in here, they built a comp around him. They got a lot of disruption in their team, a lot of initiation. They allowed him to farm with that defensive tri-lane, and here we are. I mean, from a couple of big team fights, this guy is just so fed.
Yeah. It's looking worse and worse. The longer this goes on for the Get Outs, I mean, there's complete map control for Muhan. They have complete creep control. They're farming everywhere they can. They have Roshan. From here, it's kind of Get Out just waiting for that perfect initiation. Maybe waiting on that high ground, just looking for that great fight that they're hoping they'll get. But
yeah. And at the same time, we see Muhan not rushing anything. They're not trying to do a big push right away. They're just farming more and more. We do see a blink in here out of Earthshaker. They do catch the Razor, taking a ton of damage here, but doesn't go down quite yet. A very nice vacuum. Earthshaker goes down as well. Invoker taking a lot of damage, but here's Karn. He's unbelievably fed. Gets another kill here, already up to 2 kills, gets a 3rd kill. Oh. And Biak, though, he is still alive. Or I guess I should say she.
Yep, takes down Karn. So that's a little bit of payback there, but at the same time, we have Mass Serpent Wards in mid, taking down 1 Rax already, plus the tier 3. Blink in from Protoak. Looks like he's going to take down Biak, taking so much damage, but does have Blacking Bar online.
Yeah. Not quite able to fully take
GG.
down Biak, but the GG comes out.
They give it up.
Yeah,
just
Muhan
too much.
Is able to take the game here.
Yeah. Really convincing play by Muhan. Looking very, very experienced in the matter. And you know what? Biak didn't play bad at all. She had a great game. She did good farming, but they just didn't have the answers that they needed.
Yeah. Looking disappointed here is Get Outs. Nothing quite going right for them. You could see, like, even when that first team fight started, they were trying to set up something. It was them trying to set up something, but then it was just way too much out of Muhan. The very nice engagement there. So yeah. Muhan takes the win. I talked to Karn before the game started. He said he was very confident going into this one. He was not surprised. Would not be surprised if they were able to easily take it. But guys, it looks like we will get our